This is a wrist sphygmometer, blood pressure taking cuff thing. It's not 100% accurate because it's further away from your heart than having a cuff around your arm, but this one does its own thing. So we'll see how far it goes. What is it? 157/89. It's not as high as it was last night, but it's still pretty high. I watched the little guy today and I had a blast. He is such a sweetheart. And he copies people with snarky looks. Like, I must cock my head to the side when I'm thinking. Or, I don't know, when your shoulders up, you know. He comes up to me and he goes. I'm like, oh, man. And he eats like he's starving to death. He had a decent-sized breakfast, more than I eat. And then at lunch, he had a big bowl of, what was it? Oh, it was like little digit pasta, little tiny pastas, and it had spinach and tomatoes and stuff, and it looked like the Italian flag with some cheese sprinkled on top. He ate every bit of that. And he was searching for any place where he would drop it on the chair, while he's eating, just to make sure he had all of it. And then at supper he had, I don't know what it was, some kind of potatoes or something, yam, like a white yam or something. And it had this baby food that comes in a little packet or tube thing, and you squeeze it out and it looks like diarrhea. And then a bunch of bell peppers cut on top. And actually it was pretty good. Ashley knows how to put stuff together. He ate every bit of that, and the parts that he spilled on his bib, he had the bib in his mouth, chewing on it. And I showed him how he had it on his hands and some on his face, and there was little bits and pieces on the tray. I showed him how to take his hand and wipe it towards a little pile, and then he can eat that little pile. He learns quickly. And then Daddy was home by that time, and Daddy gave him some pears cut up. He ate every bit of that, and he still wanted more. Brian made chili, homemade chili. He makes it a little differently than I do. He uses turkey meat instead of beef, and he uses a spoonful of cocoa powder. And what else did he? And it's a little more onion and a little more garlic and stuff that I don't think I put garlic in mine. So it's good. So Brian settled in. He's watching something on the TV, superhero movie or something. And the little guy, he'd been walking around all day. He came over here. Oh, excuse me. I had one spoonful of that chili before coming back here. He came over here with me, and we sat down at the organ, and he just loves it. We had I don't remember what rhythm we had on there. It was a little different, a little jazzier, a little more Motown sounding, and he loved it. So we played that for 20 minutes at least, before we went back over there. He had a 2.5-hour nap. Good as gold, child. He was good as gold today. Yeah, kitty, what you need? You already had your main stuff. Maybe whatever I find to eat. I'll make a sandwich, I guess. I'll make a ham sandwich. As to my blood pressure, it was incredibly high last night. I took 2 blood pressure pills. I have all the pills. I just stopped taking them in December. And this morning I took a pill. And it's still high, but I called. What did I do? Did I call? I messaged online. I messaged the doctor at Loma Linda Hospital. It's a religious order hospital. Ashley works there. It's like me working for SSM, Sisters of St. Mary, back in St. Louis area. They want you to be, have a higher power. They want you to believe in God and all that stuff, or they don't want to hire you. You can't really do that, but people do. So they're more reserved, I think. But anyway, I contacted them, and the next available appointment is the end of September. So I went through many different pages in their site, and I couldn't figure out what to do. So it said, do you have an important issue or something? Tell us what it is. So I wrote that down, that my blood pressure was really high, and this, that, and the other thing, the headache, and a bunch of stuff, blurry vision. Then about, I don't know when it was, about 10 in the morning, I think. So a nurse called me back from the hospital there and was asking me a bunch of questions, and she said, you really need to go to either the urgent care or the emergency room right away, because you could stroke out at any time. You are in crisis mode. I'm thinking, well, I'm babysitting my grandson, and I've made it this far, so I'll do it when when Brian gets home and I have time. I don't feel like it now. Well, I called after 5:30. Since I didn't have to do jury today, I called. They tell you to call after 5:30 to this automated line, and it took all the information that I put out there, and it said, you're to report tomorrow. I'm like, shit. I was going to try to get into the doctor tomorrow. But you're to report tomorrow, and at 12:30, so it's like right after lunch. So I don't know what they're going to do and what's going to happen. And I saw a vlog. It's like how not to get picked for jury, what you wear and ways you act and stuff, and then you cannot get picked for jury. And one of them's wearing a Hawaiian shirt, which I do have one. But when you call up for the jury thing, they have an automated message saying you can't be barefoot. They frown upon flip-flops, or thongs as I grew up calling them. Some places will let you wear jeans. This said it won't let you wear jeans. So I have some like canvas work pants or office wear pants and a shirt. I have it all picked out and it's on the door. Because with me, time goes very quickly. I'll get up and eat, and I might watch a few videos, and it'll be time for me to go. And don't know. I guess I'll take my little spiral ring notebook with Malcolm the Moose story that I'm starting, so I have something to do. Don't know. So I'll be doing that tomorrow, and it depends on if I'm chosen or not, or what happens, or if I have to call in for the next day or whatever. Then I will try to call in and see if anyone has canceled appointment with the doctors and try to get their vacant appointment. Girl said you can call every hour on the hour, find out if somebody's canceled. Or you'll have to go into the emergency room, and they might give you IV fluids with medicine in it to bring your blood pressure down. Meh. Yeah, lately I have felt like the end of my life is here. And I talked to two or three different people. Didn't talk to my brother, but I talked to my friend from junior high in my hometown, Cedar Rapids. Talked to her for 2 hours. I talked to my friend in New Jersey for a little bit. It's like saying goodbye almost, Who knows? I mean, no one ever knows. You could be in perfect health and all of a sudden a bus runs over you or something. You never know. But I was just in delight today watching that little guy. Just sheer delight. I don't think I've been that happy for a long time. So that's another reason I'm going to go into the doctor when I can get there. Now, the doctor is a good 20-25 minute drive to get to him. And then the other one where Brian works is 30-minute drive. So it's kind of far. They do have some new hospital around here, but I don't know anything about it. But I've made up my mind that I am going to try to seek medical attention or whatever you want to call it. Kitty cat? I don't know. He doesn't mind the baby. The baby came over and petted the kitty cat. And then we played on the organ for a while. Sheer delight. And the kid must be growing. He walks around now. He toddles a little bit, totters back and forth just a little bit, loses his balance once in a while. But he's walking fast around. He walks and walks and walks, and he's something else. He didn't really say much. He said good, which I think means good. And then he claps his hands, so that must mean good. But today went really well. For Monday yet. I have yet to watch my YouTube catching up on stuff and eat my supper and figure out to go to bed. And I think it takes 15 minutes to get to the court thing because of the traffic and all. It's 9 miles. And then I thought, well, maybe before that I could stop by the recycling place, which about 10 miles. No, 5 miles, so it takes 10 minutes. But then I don't want to do that before going to the court thing because what if it takes longer or what if something happens? Then that's not good planning. So I think I'll just do the court thing and see what transpires, and I'll let everyone know. I know if you're chosen for a court case, you can't tell what it is, And my friend Terry said she was chosen on jury duty once, and it was about a murder case where they had found these 3 or 4 guys had murdered someone because of a bad drug deal, and they buried him in someone's front yard. And she was chosen to be on that, and then she happened to find out that it was her, by marriage, some grandniece or something, some relative out on a limb somewhere. It was her boyfriend that was one of the guys that killed this guy. So she was disqualified for the case. But I'm thinking, oh my God. And she's not like that. And her side of the family is not like that. But her late husband had a cousin, and they were like that. So takes all kinds in this world. Yeah, I don't know if we call it ringing in the ears. It sounds to me like sleigh bells, or a cicada or something. And a bit of a headache. So hopefully, if they dismiss me or whatever is short-lived or short-lived, I think is the proper way to say it, then I can tend to my health. And I looked at my bank account, and somehow I'm really, 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 really low. How the hell? I bought that suitcase, but I must have bought a bunch of groceries or something. I just must have been living freely, and if I wanted it, I bought it. I can't do that. Nope, can't do that. Not with the price of stuff going up. I don't know. I was foolish to do that. Just absolutely foolish. If I wanted a coffee from someplace, I bought it, instead of drinking it from home. A lot of people live like that. I don't know how they do it. How do they do it? So I'm back to scrimping and saving. I have $200 until next month, which can go very quickly. Tomorrow night is this theater group meeting where they're going to talk about next season and what plays to put or whatever. And I have dues to pay for the year, but I may wait till next month. They're $45 for the year. I don't know. I may not even go to that. I don't know what's going to happen. Got a bit of a headache now. Oh, sorry about that, kitty. I need to see how much time I've used up. Oh, geez, 15 minutes and something. Ah! At least I trimmed his toenails. He jumped off me the other day and left big marks on me. Booger head. Speaking of boogers, that baby was full of boogers today. His nose was just running away. Almost 7 o'clock. Sun's still out. It's kind of interesting. Yep, things to do or nothing to do. I'm just going to get on with what I have to do tonight, and we'll see what happens, I guess. I will let you know what happens with the jury thing, because some people have never been called and they don't know how it goes. I've been summoned a few times, but then excused. Or they say call in, and I call in and they say you're not needed. Don't know. Don't care, but they're not going to like me, because if they do choose me, I have my own ways of seeing how I feel about something that other people may not, or the other people might be the one that's holding it up and then they'll give in. If I think no on something, it's going to be no on something. I'm not going to give in. The only part is if they go to decide, if someone's calling for money compensation and they come up with some kind of figure, I don't know how to do that. It just blows my mind away. So thank you for calling me, Robert. It meant the world to me that somebody seemed to care. And I think I've said, except for my brother, I've said goodbye, just in case something does happen. Yeah, I was in a bad place. My foot was hurting, and naturally the little kiddo dropped a toy right on my foot where it hurt. Ugh. Yeah. I love that little kid. He's like an old soul or something. He knows how to get out of the baby gate too. Because I put him on the inside of this little baby gate thing to prepare his food for lunch or whatever, and he pulls at it and comes right around. Okay. Houdini. Well, tomorrow ought to be interesting, to say the least. Upward and onward.